Welcome back. I'm Matt Rose, Chief Architect at Bionic, and this is Bionic Uncensored. Today's episode is non-standard process. I'm going to start with a little analogy, a little example, just to add a little pop culture to this one. I've done this before and people seem to like it. But one of my guilty pleasures late at night as I'm going to sleep is to watch the show Air Disasters. It is as you can guess, a show about plane crashes and the investigation to find out what the heck happened. Sound familiar? Probably what you're going through today in terms of trying to find every instance of the Springshell vulnerability, how to fix it, where it is, do I even have it, so on and so forth. But there was an interesting episode I watched the other day that really kind of resonated with sticking to the process or the approved process. A pilot hacked his 727 in the late 1970s because he wanted to get to his destination faster. There was this unwritten kind of hack to go faster, which was unapproved and very dangerous. So what he would do is deploy the flaps in flight to go faster, but that would also deploy the slats, which is a bad idea in flight, should never happen, and would probably cause the plane to crash. To only allow one of the two tied systems, he would pull a fuse or pull a breaker that would only deploy the flaps. Well, he did that, something happened, the breaker got reset, and the plane almost crashed. He went against the process. He wanted to solve a problem quicker, which is getting to his destination. So let's kind of compare that to what we're going to today. Everyone has a standard process to release software. They have checks and balances. They have code reviews. They have all sorts of steps that are required to release new software. Well, guess what? A new vulnerability shows up, and it's Springshell. And everybody goes through the investigation process to find every instance of Springshell. Do I meet the requirements? Is everything lined up? Yes, I have it. Oh crap, I got to fix this as soon as possible. And they go outside of that check and balance, of that approved process of releasing software. And they're probably not updating their CMDB outside this process. So all of a sudden you have an instance of your application in production that is not totally in line with what you think it is. Yes, you wiped your head, you've fixed the issue associated with Springshell, but now you have an unapproved application architecture. And this is where ASPM, or Application Security Posture Management, is very valuable. It not only baselined your application in the beginning so you know what the approved architecture is, it will then tell you, based on re-architecting that new push of code with the updated version of the Springshell library, that potentially could make the application secure, but maybe open some other doors, some other risk in the application. So ASPM is not only something that is looking for PII data flows and CVEs, it's basically helping you understand, okay, I have this process, I think I know what my application looks like in production, but oh my gosh, there was a new vulnerability, Springshell is this example, it's changed the architecture, there's different things in that bill of materials associated with the application, and I'm not up to date. My CMDB is up to date, probably my questionnaires aren't up to date, so on and so forth. So think about ASPM as not only an assistance in finding these type of vulnerabilities, but making sure the changes or the fixes don't introduce a whole new list of issues for you. I'm Matt Rose. This is Bionic Uncensored. Stay cheeky, application security world.